Hi everybody, today we're going to do a tutorial on how to use GlogsterEDU. This is a really cool website that you can create digital posters that have interactive capabilities. They can have videos, different graphics, really cool to create. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is type the web address into your address bar. You'll notice that there is an EDU in front of the Glogster web address. That's because there are two different Glogsters. There's one for education and there's one for non-educational things. So because we're in a school, we're going to work on the education account. So the web address, edu.glogster.com. So once you get to the website, the first thing you're going to do is click log in on the right hand side. Now once you're logged in, it's going to ask you for a nickname and password, and your teacher should provide you with your nickname and password. Alright, and click login. Now, we are now at the Glogster dashboard. So, this is the page where after you've really gotten into Glogster and you've started creating, all of your glogs are going to show up on this page. To create a new glog, you're going to click on Create New Glog up here at the top. Now this is really neat because it gives you some different templates that you can choose from. Got all different kinds for all different sorts of things. So you could click through there. If you choose a template, all you would have to do is fill in your information. I like to do the blank templates though, and you can choose from a vertical one or a horizontal one. So let's just go ahead and start with the vertical. And let it load. Now here is your glog. Pretty basic, pretty blank. They do give you some different things on your glog just to kind of show you how things are added in there. If you do not want those, you can go ahead and click on the trash can. Just click on it. Trash can. So now we have a nice clean workspace. Okay. Up here you have your tools. So these are all the different things that you can add and change on your glog. I like to start with the wall. The wall is the background of your glog, and there are all different things that you can put on here. You could do a solid color. Let's say we wanted yellow as our background. We could click use it, and then it places it on your glog. You also have a gallery. Now here are all different kinds of folders. So let's say we wanted to go into papers. So I could make my glog look like notebook paper or crumpled paper. There's all different kinds of things in the gallery that you can choose from. And again, once you find one that you really like that goes along with your project, click use it, and it's now on there on your board. So, or you can upload your own image. Now this can get a little tricky because you do need to make sure that you're uploading a large image if you want to put it in your background, because, and you upload right here. Once you've uploaded an image from your computer, you would just click on the image you want, and you can decide how it's going to go in your background. As I said, if it's not a very large image, it might show up as a little grainy. So be careful when you're deciding what images to use. So I think I'm just going to go with a solid color. Okay. Then we can start adding some text. Now again, it gives us all different kinds of examples of text boxes that we can use. So I'm going to click use it. Now, here is my text box. You'll see once I put an object on the glog, I have all different kinds of editing buttons that I can use. To edit the text, I'm going to click on AB1, and now my text is highlighted. And I can type. To change that text, I simply need to highlight it again. I can change my font. I can change my size. Try to make it fit in there. And I can change the color. Okay. Then to do that, to get out of there, I just simply click off of it. I have some resize buttons. I have some rotation buttons. Okay. Now let's say I want to get a little more in depth with this object. I'm going to come right here where it's got almost like a magic wand, and I can create a shadow behind it. Just turn the shadow on, and here I can play with my shadow. Do you see how it's getting the shadow around there? Oops, clicked off of it. I can change the blur of it or make it a dark shadow, change the angle where my shadow shows up, and I can even change the color of my shadow. So let's say I want a red shadow behind it. I like the black. Okay, again, just close it. Now it looks like that piece is popping off of the screen. Okay, so let's go back up to my tools. Once you've got all of your text boxes in there, then you can add some graphics. Now, again, takes us through all the different types of graphics. Anything that would go along with your project. Some of my favorite types of graphics are the animated graphics. And you'll see that there are two of these arrows. There's the non-animated, and you can tell that this one's animated because it says animated underneath it. So if I click on it, it's going to give me a little preview of it. Use it. And it's now on my screen. So I can move it around. Now, it doesn't really show up very well on my background, so I'm going to click on my wand. Actually, I'm going to click on my color. Did you ever see what I did there? I clicked on the dropper, and I'm going to change my color. I can make it, oh, I like the white. Close that, make it a little larger. And I'm going to move my things around. And there we go. So now we have the animated graphic on there. Now, let's say that you want to add a real image. You've been working on something and you've saved some images to your computer. Here are some images that students have saved in the past and uploaded to Glogster. So if I have an image on my computer, I would simply go to the upload button right here, this arrow. It's going to search my computer for a picture. I'll just find a quick image. There's one. Now, you'll see it takes a little bit to process. It might take a minute to upload the image. Okay? So be patient while that's working. I'm actually going to go and I'm going to change my page background while we're waiting on that to load. Click on page. And let's go through the gallery. Now your page is this outside area around your glog. So I'm going to choose, let's see, use it. And notice how those stick in the background there. Again, I could do a solid color, or I could put my own image in there. Let's see if my image is ready yet. No, not yet. So that's how it will upload. Now, once you've got your image uploaded, it will show up just like these are. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to click on it. Now, once I have my image, I can either use it just like it is, or I can click Add Frame. So I'm going to click Add Frame. And these are some really cool frames that you can add around your image, and it'll give you a little preview thumbnail there. Once you've chosen one that you like, let's see, there's a lot of different options. Click Use It, and there is our image. And again, we can scroll down, make it a little smaller, rotate it, and then I could add a text box underneath it with just some text. Now this one is not going to add an actual image with the text box, it's just going to add your text. So if I click Use It, there's my text. I'm going to drag it up under here. And again, to edit it, AB1. And I'm going to start typing. Students. Okay. And we can center it. I'm going to make that text a little smaller. I'm going to change my color and let's change the font. Close that text box. Alright. Now, remember when you're working on your glog, you do have the entire vertical page. I know it only shows this area, but you do have the entire page. So you want to make sure that everything doesn't go up here at the top, but that you're spreading your work out around the page so that you don't have any blank area. Now, once you've created your glog and you've finished it, you can click Save up here at the top. You're going to have to give your glog a name. Save again. And it's going to come up asking for some specifics. Now it does make you do these things, so I always like to just say no category, no topic. Choose a grade level, whatever grade you're in. I'm going to just choose 4th grade. You do not have to tag it. A tag is a lot like a hashtag. So if this one was about animals, I would tag it animals, and then whenever I go to search for a glog, it's going to pull up all of the glogs on animals. So I might add this one to tutorial. Okay. Now you can choose whether it's finished or unfinished. If you do choose finished, you can always go back and edit it again. So don't think that by choosing finished, I am not able to go in and edit it. I like to leave them unfinished unless I know for sure that I'm done. So I'm going to go ahead and click Finish Saving. It gives me the URL to my glog. So this is what I would use when I'm giving my glog to my teacher when I want them to be able to look at it. I would copy this link to send it to my teacher. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard. And you'll see that my new glog shows up down here on my dashboard. Now, remember, before you leave Glogster, you always want to make sure that you sign out. So we always want to come up here and go down to Log Out before we close out of Glogster, so that we don't want anyone else on our account. So, all right, once you're back at your dashboard, then you're finished. I hope that everyone had a great time and learned a lot on how to use Glogster, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thank you for watching.